Yeah. Yeah. Turn it up, baby. After hours on the highway, let's ride. Slide in the ride with Teddy Long, Mac Davis in the front. Keep the chatter strong. Turn that dial, feel the tires hum. Talking bodies, slams till the morning come. Wrestling road trip after hours. We roll on and on and on. Oh yeah, oh yeah. News, views, interviews, all night till the break of dawn. Wrestling road trip after hours. Every tale hits nice and loud. Wednesday night, 7 Eastern. Come hang with the rowdy crowd. Wow. Legends in the backseat, belts on the seat. Stories from the road and the heat they beat. Laughs in the dark, every turn. New town, every rival, every pop, every takedown. Wrestling road trip after hours. Teddy and Mac keep rolling on. Wednesday night, 7 Eastern. Lock it in, we're never gone. Wrestling road trip after hours. Yeah, I don't drive, I don't kill your ass. Yeah, keep rolling in. On your screen, we pull up smooth. Click and lean back, catch that groove. YouTube shining, Facebook live, Twitch chat jumping. Feel that drive. Wrestling road trip after hours. Teddy and Mac keep rolling on. Wednesday night, 7 Eastern. Lock it in, we're never gone.
And it's another Wednesday night, and this is Wrestling's Road Trip After Hours. I'm your host, Mac Davis, and that, of course, is my bald-headed buddy. Actually, your head's just about in there just right. A little crooked and kind of got that old Batman feel, you know, where the villain's always kind of crooked in the scene. There you go. That looks better. That looks better.
Okay.
I'm glad to see you work so hard on the background.
Real easy. It's this is how it's always been.
I might see you soon. As I gotta tell you about that too. I'll be coming up your way soon, and want to kind of see if we can't catch up while I'm there. Man, let me tell you something. We've had a lot of fun in the last few weeks. You guys have been lighting up the comment section for us each and every week. And I was telling somebody the other day just how much I enjoy this show when it rolls that way, because that really makes it easy on Teddy and I. It's so easy just to sit back and answer the questions you have instead of just filling your head full of stuff that you probably heard 50,000 times in other places. So we appreciate you doing that. And by the way, if you want to be a part of the show, it's really simple. We ask a few things. First of all, that you share this, and please let everybody know that we are live right now. We can grow the number in the room. Also, if you will, hit the subscription button down below. Also, the notification bell, whatever's down there, to let you know when we come up live. That way, you'll never miss a brand new episode when we're dropping it live, which is what we are right now. And if you want to be a part of the show, listen to how simple this is. No super chats or super clubs, whatever they call them now. You don't have to pay for anything to ask a question on this show. On this show, it's all about you. So just simply leave us your question. We throw it up on the screen, and you are our show. And that's how we've always wanted to do it. And Teddy, I know that's how, when we first talked, we said we wanted this to be their show, not us.
You're right. They know me and you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So,
And, what else do you want to know? Although, if you do leave us a comment like Zach Minger each and every week, you'll find out stuff like this. It's National Hot Dog Day, Teddy and Mac.
oh Jesus.
Now, are we supposed to really? I'm starting to wonder, Zach. Now, are these legit? Is this actually? Hang on for a minute, Teddy. You want to talk about anything? Well, I look something up here. I just want
No,
to see.
Zach is just making this stuff up. There's no such thing as National Hot Dog Day.
Oh my God! Wait a minute. Wait a
Well, I
minute.
don't know. But let me, before
Oh,
I say that, it might
oh,
be.
oh man! National Hot Dog Day is celebrated annually on the third Wednesday in July.
Okay.
So yeah, it is National Hot Dog Day. He's absolutely
Well,
correct.
well,
Wow.
Zach, I apologize. I'll take
Yeah.
whatever I say. I take it back. You know what you're doing.
It made you look bad, Teddy. Let's see what else we got. Well, we got a lot of people dropping into the room here. We also have someone saying, "Please share." Yeah, please share this around. Also, Ellen saying, "Hey guys, hope you are both doing fantastic." Buddy says hello, and he misses you, Teddy.
Well, I miss Buddy too, man. It's always good to see him and Ellen when we make the independent scene, do a lot of the independent shows, and they're there because they're such nice people. I mean, just real nice. So, Buddy, holler at a player.
Yeah, we keep saying we're going to get him on the show, and we are going to get them on the show because I think a lot of people, as many times as we talk about them, that Teddy they've got to meet them too.
Yeah.
Just great people, as you say. All right, Dave is popping in the room saying, Teddy, did they ever make a figure of you or the Skyscrapers? And you and Mac should make a 2-pack of figures for fans to get signed. Just my opinion.
Well, yeah, I'd like to do that, but they never made anything with me and the Skyscrapers. Nothing at all.
No, and that's the Skyscrapers. I heard you talk about this recently somewhere, and I can't remember where I saw this, but you were talking about the Skyscrapers, and legitimately, Dan Spivey and Sid, when they were together, man, I mean, that was a team, Teddy. That was, I mean, I think people forget because it didn't last as long as it should have. And let me ask you, why didn't it last that long? Was it a talent issue?
Well, I don't really know. I think it might have been a talent issue. Sid Vicious, God rest his soul. He went off and did some stuff with. He was involved with softball or
Yeah.
something. I don't know, but a lot of times he didn't make the shows or something because he had to go do something with the softball. So that would, it might have been a talent issue. I don't really know.
Yeah, and it was a really great tag team at the time.
Yep. Yes, they were.
Hot tag team. Antonio popping in the room, and he's saying, hello, Mac, and hello, Teddy. Same thing from Wolfpack, Maine. Hey, brother. Saying, yo, Mac, Teddy.
All right, Wolfpack, holla.
And he's also saying, Team JCW. Yep. Hey, brother, I'll see you soon. We'll be, I'm not sure if I'll see you in Ohio, but I'll be in Ohio next weekend. Let's see. Dave is asking, I think we may have talked about this one time before. Do you guys like White Castles, Teddy?
Brother, I hadn't had a White Castle in I don't know when. It had to be 30 years ago. I'll tell you a story about the White Castles.
Yep.
Me and Bob Orton, Randy Orton's father. I forget where we were, but we went to this restaurant and no, we went somewhere else, and then we smoking, and after we got all blitz, then we went to White Castle. So I think we bought about
what were you smoking, Teddy? Smoking
well,
cigarettes?
Yeah, cigarettes.
Cigarettes. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Back in the day, I smoked cigarettes.
Wacky tobacco.
so after we got blitz, we went to White Castle, and I think we bought about 20 White Castles. And that night, I know I had I know I ate 8 or 9 of them. But the next day, I had a signing with Butch and Ron in Philadelphia. And the White Castles, after I'd ate all of them, they made me so sick. I was just throwing up every 3 minutes. I mean, brother, I had never felt that bad in my entire life. So that's a story about the White Castles. I think that's why I haven't had it. I didn't mess with it anymore.
We used to call them, we didn't have White Castle where I grew up and where I'm from in the Southeast. We had Crystal, which is
Yeah,
basically the same
same
thing as a
same
White Castle.
burger. Yeah.
And so we used to call them belly bombs. We'd go out and you drink in the nightclubs and you stop by, Crystal and grab you a sack full of belly bombs and you would feel it the next day. It was horrible. But at the time, it was the best thing you ever put in your mouth, man.
Oh, they were good burgers. Believe me, they're like the sliders.
Yes, and they still sell those White Castles, by the way, at the
I
grocery
know.
store.
I seen them.
There's I think there's still a pack in my refrigerator or my freezer right now because I tend to, if I stay near the house, I'll just pop one of those in at lunchtime. It's 2 in a pack, and it's not that fattening. And man, it brings back good memories from those days because I got in a lot of trouble eating White Castles and Crystals. So, let's see, Bone Simmons, hey brother, Mac Davis, you are professional wrestling. Hey man, I appreciate that very much, Bones. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bones. And you're exactly right. He is professional wrestling.
The real guy's right next to me. Dave saying Silver Scorpion. Yes, Steel Scorpion. That's what I went by. Jason Simmons. Hey, Jason. Good evening, gentlemen. Hope all is well. Hope you are as well. And hopefully your daddy is too.
All right.
I think.
Well, thanks for popping in, Jason.
Let's see. We also have Dave saying burnt hot dogs barbecue are the best. Teddy, are you a hot dog guy? Do you like hot dogs?
Sometime.
How do you like your hot dog? Because I'm particular about how I eat a hot dog.
I like all I want is a little mustard, ketchup, and sauerkraut.
Do you like it grilled or do you prefer it being boiled or?
I'd rather have it grilled, but however it comes, as long as you got that sauerkraut, I'm good.
My favorite kind of hot dog has always been, and you hear about people talking about ballpark hot dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Man, they used to steam the buns and these steamers, and the hot dog would be in there. Man, those were some really good hot dogs. That's how I like my hot dogs. Now, my mother used to take, she would boil those hot dogs in a pot, just like they kind of did there. But she would boil the hot dogs and put over the top of the pot a strainer and then put the buns in the strainer. So the steam would come up from the hot dogs and would steam the buns. So you got that same kind of taste. And oh man, I'm sitting here thinking about it, and I'm not a big hot dog fan, but that does sound good right now.
I'll have a hot dog every once in a while. And right now, the ones that I love are Nathan.
Yeah, Nathan's, they do have good hot dogs. They really do.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, and legit hot dogs. Wolfpack Maine saying, shout out to the JCW women's division. And yes, absolutely. One of the best independent wrestling right now, but actually anywhere as far as I'm concerned. Scott Lance is in the room. Good to see you get here, Scott. Hey, guys, Teddy, JBL was talking about how frugal you are, especially when it was your turn to buy gas. Please tell a couple of stories to set the record straight. Yeah, please.
Well, what I would do, like if we went to Canada or somewhere, either like
hang on before you tell this story. Let me move way out of the way because I don't want to get struck by lightning as you tell it. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. What we did is JBL would pull up to the toll booth. So then he would reach back there to me, thought I was ready with my money, so we could pay the toll. So as soon as he got to the toll booth, you can't hold the line up. You got to keep going. I just put my hand in my pocket like I'm looking for the money, and I can't find it. So I'm just waiting until they rush him on through the line, you know what I mean? So that way I didn't have to pay.
Was JBL a tightwad too?
Oh God, yes. I don't know how he could talk about me being cheap. He was really cheap.
Well, give me an instance. What kind of cheap would he pull off? Where you're like, how cheap can you be?
Well, he would always. His thing was he would always wait, and him and Ron. He would always wait till he got to the bar, and then when people recognize us or something, then they would come up, talk to us, and everything, and then they would offer us, to buy us a drink. So that's how he got a lot of free drinks.
Well, you can't blame him for that, really. But
no, I didn't. I was in on the free drinks too.
Let's see. We have here. We also have a lot of you popping in here. Thank you so much, Midman Mick. I haven't eaten a hot dog in 20 plus years. Burger guy here. Hope you're doing well tonight, Mac and Teddy.
We're doing good too, man. And I'm a burger guy too. I tell you what, they got that. If you haven't had one of these, please. And like I said, Whataburger is
Yep.
what they are. And they're all over Florida and everywhere. And they have some now. I went to one in Carolina, and was it Florence? I might have been Florence, but anyway, that's a great hamburger. That Whataburger, brother, please get you one of them.
There was a period of time where Arby's, of all places, was selling hamburgers. They were hand patted kind of hamburgers. They were thick. They weren't, today's hamburgers. You go to if you go to Burger King, McDonald's, places like that, the hamburgers, they're pressed. You can tell they've been pressed, and they just a round disc, and they throw it on the thing, and that's what you get.
Right.
Arby's was selling a good thick hamburger. I mean, like you would make it home, like you would pat it together and throw it in the pan, and they quit selling the damn thing. It was the best burger in town. Beats the other burger places hands down.
Well, people weren't buying them. That's why. Yeah, a lot of people don't want to eat healthy. So when you present something to them, if they don't buy it, that store is going to quit selling them because they ain't. You know what I mean? You ain't making no money.
Oh yeah.
I tell you another thing too. I like is the veggie burger. They've got a place called Grindhouse and Killer Burger. Well, my good friend Jack Parisi, his brother owns those, and so every once in a while Jack will come and he say, "Hey, let's go have lunch today," and we'd go over to the Killer Burger and we'd have their veggie burger. God, man, they are great.
Yeah, they just sell veggie burgers there. Is that all?
No, they sell everything, every kind of burger you could think of. But I just happened to wanted the veggie burger.
I know that Burger King one time they had their plant burger, the veggie burger, I guess, that they were selling at one time, and it looked a lot like the Whopper. And I ordered a Whopper, and instead I got the veggie burger, and I didn't know it until a couple of bites later. I'm like, man, something ain't right with this. This don't taste normal. And I had to go up there and say, "Oh, we gave you the wrong one." I'm like, well, I can tell the damn difference. I'm a meat guy, and I tell you, at the end of the day, I know you are too. It's meat. I want meat.
You kind of like Denise. She won't eat the veggie burger either. She don't like them.
No. If I'm gonna have anything that resembles meat, it better be meat. And I like it a certain way too. I love prime rib. I love steak, and I like it, a little juicy. And some people just cook the juice and the flavor right out of stuff. Jason Simmons saying left-handed cigs. Yeah, that's definitely what Teddy was smoking back then. Were left-handed cigarettes. Midman Mick saying, Teddy, what do you think of Dan Spivey as Waylon Mercy? Loved it personally. Looking back.
Oh, Dan was a great guy. Enjoyed working with him, man, every time. I mean, he was super nice. Dan Spivey saved our lives one night. We went to this restaurant. I forget where we were, but anyway, we went and had dinner. We had some drinks, and we had some other stuff. And so I'm driving. So the next thing I know is Dan Spivey is hitting me on the back, and he's waking me up because I'm headed under the back of an 18-wheeler.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Well, Spivey had went to sleep, because I'm driving, he's taking a nap, but he just happened to wake up and see what is going on, and he wakes me up in time for me to put on the brakes before I went up under this 18-wheeler.
Teddy, this is going to sound strange. I lived that experience maybe about 2 months ago on one of these JCW road trips. The guy who was driving started to nod off, and everybody else in the car, you know how it is. It's late at night. Yeah. Everybody's just kind of relaxed, got their eyes closed, maybe halfway asleep. All of a sudden, it's just like everybody woke up at the same time, and you hear that what screaming like what? Because you see this semi coming, their lights are coming right at the windshield, and you're like, what? And I was awake the whole time. I was just waiting to change lanes at the last time. No.
Yeah, sure you were.
Oh man, yeah, that's a scary sight to see too when you first wake up and you see your tail lights of a semi coming right at you. Oh, yeah. God. Yeah. Well, how did you like him as Waylon Mercy, though, Teddy? Did you like that character, Waylon Mercy, with him?
Yeah, well, Spivey was a guy that whatever you gave him, he could pull it off. And so I don't think anybody else could have been Waylon Mercy but Dan Spivey. Yeah, I enjoyed that. He done a great job with that.
Scott's asking, Maven recently made a comment that the product was better now that Vince is no longer involved. Scott says he 100% disagrees. It looks more like a polished Hollywood spot fest movie, rehearsed to death. What do you guys think,
Yeah,
Teddy?
I disagree too. I don't know what I don't know what maybe he's smoking too. Okay, yeah, yeah, I disagree with that totally. You know what I mean? There's never that product will never be what Vince created.
No, and here's the thing. There are a lot of negatives of Vince, as many as there are positives, but that's with anybody who's going to be in any position like that. Everybody's going to catch hell for something they're doing, whether you like it or not. Because while you may love it, somebody's going to hate it, and they're going to get very vocal about it.
Hmm.
And so you just kind of have to take what you get. But I think Vince had a better handle on how to handle wrestling business than what's being done now. I don't know if that makes any sense. And maybe only to maybe like Teddy, you might understand what I mean by that.
Well, Vince was always serious. Vince, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? He didn't when we went live or wherever we were, and Vince was sitting there behind the controls. He stayed right on top of it, brother, and that's why he made it so good because he didn't play.
He also didn't want to screw the fans. I never got the
Right.
impression that's the big difference that I see. Vince, while he may have had some crazy ideas, has some brilliant ideas, but I also know that Vince was always concerned about the fan, and I don't think that we would have seen a lot of things we see now when it comes to pricing the tickets and all these crazy things that now seem to be biting them in the ass because SummerSlam ticket sales are really bad, and that may be because people are used to those WrestleMania prices that were so outrageous, and you've already
Yeah.
discounted the tickets, but people have already lost interest in paying that much money for a ticket. I think Vince really, at the end of the day, he understood the wrestling fan and he knew how to maintain that viewership even through the bad days.
He created this.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
It's just that simple.
Eric saying, "Hey, Mac and Teddy."
Hello, Eric. How are you?
Also, Curly Man. Hey, Curly Man. Saying hello, Mac and Teddy. Teddy, what kind of flavor of Fresca are you drinking tonight?
I'm drinking grapefruit. Oh no, I have the grapefruit, but tonight I'm drinking it's called peach citrus.
Peach citrus.
Citrus.
Yep. Peach citrus. There you go. And I do love peach. I like peach, pineapple, rum. Uh,
I love these frescas, man.
yeah, man. Let's see. Also have Eric saying, Matt, great stuff on JCW, and Teddy is a legend. I followed his career from the 90s WCW to WWF, WWE.
Thank you, Eric. I appreciate that, player.
Yeah, man, we appreciate that very much. Again, if you want to be a part of the show, I know it sounds like we're just rattling off a lot of things here, but we got a lot of people leaving questions, and thank you so much for that. Make sure you share this, let more people get into the room, and leave comments as well as like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's see. Eric is no, I already got Eric. I'm sorry. Here we go. Mike, Teddy, any Ray Trailer or Jacques Rougeau,
What?
Jacques Rougeau. Man, I can't get that out my mouth to save my soul. Do you have any memories of Ray Trailer or Jacques Rougeau? Don't make me say it again.
Uh,
Say that last name for me, Teddy. I know I can say it, but I can't, for the life of me, I can't do it now.
I'm
Rougeau.
I'm like Jock.
Jacques
I'm
Rougeau.
kind of I'm kind of like you. I can't hardly get that out either. I don't have any memories, but these guys were great. Ray Trailer, Big Boss Man, is what he went by too. He was such a golly, what a real nice guy, and I enjoyed working with him. And I said, "Oh, I know what I can do." One night, we was in Ohio, I think is where it was, and so Ray, we got ready to leave the arena to go back to the hotel. And so Ray was driving. So we all sitting in the car, doing what we do, rating. And the next thing I know, we're going over the median onto the other side. We're on the wrong side of the road, and Ray's driving. So that was pretty frightening.
See, the road stories, those are real stories.
Yeah.
Shit you can't believe years later. How do we survive that?
All right,
Uh,
thank God every day.
uh,
Thank for saving me help because I ain't had a clue.
no, Matt in the room saying, "Hey, Mac and Teddy, good to see you, Matt."
All right, man.
Mick is saying, I wish we had a Whataburger here in my area. I wish we had a lot of those things down the South because, as I travel, the places I travel have restaurants we don't have down here. There is a regional change of where
Well,
certain
you're
chains
close.
run.
You're close to Savannah, and they've got one there.
They have one in Savannah now.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Now that'd be interesting. I know they have what's the other one? Wahlburgers. They have one of those down in Savannah too, I believe, which
I
is
don't know. I
the,
had one of those. Those were not bad. I had one of those the last time I was in Vegas. Because I, couldn't find no food, and I didn't have no transportation, so I was able to walk to
yeah.
the Wahlburger. Yeah, it was good too.
Yeah, I do like a good burger, and they do make good burgers. I will say that.
Yeah.
Elijah is saying, I'm not into healthy food. I tried to even working out one time. It doesn't work for me. I think I did it because I like the girl that I like. That's usually the reason why a lot of us men do things we do because of a girl that we like. Things we never thought we would do, we end up doing anyhow. Uh,
Exactly.
Matt saying we need a special appearance from Teddy in JCW. I hear you, brother. I hear you. Also, Martin's daddy, Teddy and Mac. What's up, players?
We good, player.
Also, we have Ophelia. I hope I'm saying that right. My screen's really small where I am. Am I saying that right? Ophelia? I think I'm right.
Okay.
Teddy, what's your thoughts on Vince Russo? Because we know JBL can't stand him, and Mac is Russo's friend. Oh, jeez.
Well, I have no comment about him. I can't stand him either.
Yeah, here's the thing that Teddy and all you guys that I work with, they know how I am. I like who I like because they're people I tend to get along with. Basically, a past history of other people I don't know anything about, and I tend not to care about. And Teddy knows that.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and Teddy knows his business too. And I think at the
Well,
end of the day, I think Teddy and Vince would get along just fine. Really.
no, 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 we wouldn't because anybody. I have a lot of respect for the wrestling business. I've been doing this a long time. And anytime somebody will get on national TV live and tell Hulk Hogan to kiss their ass, I mean, on TV, come on, there's certain things you don't do. Then you got kids that are watching the show. You got them that they're in the arena. So some things you just don't do, and that's just total disrespect to the wrestling business. That's the way I feel about it. So
Now, let me ask you while we're talking about this, because you made me think of Beyond the Ring, which I have watched the first 3 episodes. Teddy, have you watched those?
no.
Oh, the first 3 episodes where it's Jeff Jarrett and
Oh
TNA.
yeah. Oh well, yeah. I've been watching that. I didn't. I thought it was titled something else. It wasn't Beyond the Ring.
What or story, something like that. Hell, I can't remember
Yeah.
what it's called. But anyhow, it's that new series that's out right now. Fantastic stuff.
I
I
watched
love
it.
the story.
I watched it last night. They had a new episode last
Yep.
night, and the reason, I'm glad I did too, because on those one thing about the Vice channel, they are for real. They don't lie, and they're able to put out the truth. And I heard Jeff said that a lot of times when people uh get fame, it changes them. And Jeff said no, it doesn't change you. It reveals you.
Yep.
You really find out who they really are. And that's true because I've experienced that.
Yep. Martin's daddy saying, what match is harder to referee in singles? Is it singles or a tag match, Teddy?
Well, I mean, they all tag or single, they're all the same. You know what I mean? I guess maybe the tag would be a little bit harder because you got 4 guys there you got to try to keep up with. Instead of single, you only got 2 guys. But like I said, when I was refereeing, tag, single, whatever it was, it didn't bother me.
The only thing I think that most referees, after a while, especially if you did like Teddy did in the early days, where you worked every single match, how many times are you having to get up and down? How many pin attempts are going to take place because I can wear somebody out. I mean, especially Teddy. I still to this day don't know how you can do that many matches in a row and not have terrible knees at this age.
I did 16 matches on for the Saturday morning, WCW Saturday morning, I think what it was, and I was the only rep. and there were 16 matches on that show, and I did every last one of them.
Yeah, that takes a lot, guys. A lot, if you don't know. Elijah saying, quick question, guys. WWE is having a return. Everybody thinks it's Big Cass, but I don't believe that's him. If you guys saw the video advertisement, Teddy, have you? I did see some stir about this today. The Big Cass was on his way back to WWE.
Well, I heard that they were bringing Enzo back, and that they were going to bring Kaz and put them together.
And I think this is an NXT, correct? This is not on one of the SmackDowns or Raw. I believe this is on NXT, but
I don't know.
yeah, I'm really not sure. I do believe, though, it is Big Cass, because everything I heard today pointed to the fact that Big Cass was back with the company. So, but, again, rumors are rumors. You never know until they show up on TV. Jason Simmons is saying that he's talking about WWE, I assume, is the product today sucks. Or just wrestling in general today. And a lot of people feel that way. A wrestling historian saying, Mr. Long, why did you set your Twitter account to private? We want to read your tweets. Haha.
I didn't set it. I don't know what you got that from.
He's had some problems with his Twitter feed. Let me just see. I'll just pull it up.
Well,
real quick and tell you.
maybe this guy here might not have me. That might be a fake.
That's what I'm thinking, because there are a lot of times that happens. And well, I can't pull. Yeah, I can. I'm trying to sit here and pull you up. Yeah, I act like I'm a completely blind individual, and trust me, I am. Ask Teddy. I've driven over curbs before at nighttime.
Exactly.
I can't see that well either.
Begging him to get some bifocals.
I need to. I fight it so much. It's like, oh, the readers are fine. I don't see where he's locked out. I do see that Teddy Long is open, and no, he is locked. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're locked in, Teddy.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know anything about it. I hardly ever even go to Twitter. Well, I go if somebody send me something on Twitter. I go to read or see what that is. So, but like I said, I don't have a clue about this social media, so I might have locked myself out. So I don't know.
I had somebody recently. I was doing a show, Teddy, and I was telling them. I said, the worst part about what I do is social media, because I don't understand a lot of how social media works, and I'm just winging it. You and I starting this show, I'm telling you, we were winging it. We didn't have a clue what we were doing. And we still don't. When it comes to even advertising or getting this thing out here, we don't know what we're doing. We're just showing up here on Wednesday nights. But that's the truth. So if you're locked out, or if you don't take it personally, it's probably just something that we did that was stupid.
Yeah, I probably did it myself and then got a clue what I'm doing. So I apologize, but I'll look at it once we get off here tonight. I'll look at it and see if there's a way that I can undo that, and I'll fix it.
Dave is saying, bring the Mountie to FanFest 5. And I know there are people in the room listening, so you never know. Scott Lance, Vince equals better storylines and better wrestling. Always said nothing is a mistake if it happens on live TV.
Well, and Vince told me that one time, because I went out and I did this promo and I got screwed up somewhere with one of the words or something. And it pissed me off so bad. When I come back to Gorilla, I didn't even go over to talk to Vince. I just walking. He called me and he says, "What?" I said, "Golly," I said, "I missed that word." He said, "Listen, if it happened live, it was meant to be." He told me that. He said, "Don't be so hard on yourself."
Matt saying, have you got any great stories with the Don Big Vito from WWE, Teddy?
I think we told the story when we had Vito on the show. The one that he don't smoke weed and he don't like it. And so what we did to him that night, I'll tell it again. What we did to him that night is me and Nunzio was good friends with Vito. So what we did that night, we had a car that we needed to take back to the airport because we were going to go on somewhere else. So we're going to get Vito to get him the car so he could drop it off the next morning at the airport. And so Nunzio thought about it, and he says, Teddy, why don't we just smoke the car out and we don't tell Vito? I said, wow, that's great. So it was me, Nunzio, and the other two guys. I won't call their names because maybe they don't want people to know. But it was 4 of us in the car, and we smoked it out, brother. And after we got out, we closed all the doors and had the windows up. And so Vito didn't know, so we watched him. We gave him the keys and everything. So after the show was over, we all sit there. Well, me and Nunzio, we sit and we were hid, and we watched him when he opened the door of that car. Brother, was he hot? He was so mad, man, because smoke's coming out of it like the car's on fire. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm so there's smoke coming out of his ears too, because when Vito gets mad, Vito gets mad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he does.
He can go from nice to nasty in a matter of a split second.
Yeah, he's a real gangster.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he'll hurt you if you ain't careful.
Right.
Look here. We have Mike is asking if you have any Bobby Heenan stories.
No, I don't. I remember me and Bobby talked one time. We were always, when we ran into each other, have a conversation. But I remember him and Gene Okerlund, God rest his soul. They told me one time when they first came to WCW, and they said to me, they said, if Vince knew you and knew what you could do, he would blow you up. Now, they told me that to my face. And finally, when I did go to New York, I didn't forget about that. I'm like, wow, those guys told me.
The name of the show we were trying to think of earlier is Dark Side of the Ring.
Yeah, what did you say?
I can't remember the
Beyond.
I think I said Beyond the Ring, maybe, or something like that, which I think was a movie with Mick Foley in it, maybe, if that's the one. There was something like that. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Who knows? Hey, man, it's that time of day. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. What else we have? Man, Mick is saying that, just following up on his last comment, he was referring to Vince McMahon. No Vince, no wrestling.
Thank you.
Also, awful with mom's safety net. Awful something. I don't know. I'm trying to read that name the best.
You are just bad today.
No, you read that name, Teddy. Read that name.
I have no idea what that is. Jeez.
It's not just my eyes, brother. Oh, okay. Wait. Where'd he go? Here we go. Hey guys. What's Mac and Teddy's favorite type of music, or any specific artists?
I don't really have no favorite music. I just kind of listen to stuff. That's about it.
Yeah, I tend to listen to a lot of stuff. I'm not just one type of music, really. I came up through radio, and so I've played different formats, and so I'm exposed to so many different formats that I like it all if it's good.
Yeah.
If it's good. I mean, I can listen to country, I can listen to rap, I can listen to classical. It doesn't matter if it's good.
That's right. And then if you want to really know what I like, I've been sharing a lot of music on Facebook, and it's been the blues, really hardcore.
Yeah.
So if you follow me on Facebook, you'll see that's the kind of stuff I like.
Yeah, the blues are one thing we talked about this, I think, last week. I love the blues, and I miss being down in Savannah at the blues clubs back when I was growing up, and you could sit there in that atmosphere, have a blues, artist in there or a band, and be able to sit around, just drink and enjoy the music and still have conversations with people. Man, I miss that. I really do. Let's see. Eric Draven saying, Mac, how's it being around Joel Gertner in JCW? Eric, Joe is one of a kind, brother. Anybody who's seen Joe back in his ECW days and stuff, man, he is one of a kind, and he's funny as hell.
And I like Joe. What a nice guy.
Yeah, and Joe legitimately cares about what he's doing, and sometimes he's like, "Did I do okay?" And it's like, "Man, you just knocked it out of the park." You can't tell, but it's amazing to me, Teddy, how many times I see guys like him who have been in the business forever and a day, who still, am I doing all right? They don't have that confidence because no one ever told them they were doing okay. They just, nobody.
Yeah, well, that's the reason, because there's so many guys now that are in the business now that won't even go and tell that guy.
Yeah.
What a nice job you did tonight. Hey man, you were great out there. And that back in the day, they would do that. They would come up and let you know when you did stuff. But now, guys just, it's just sad to me, because some of them, to me, that it just don't really care.
No, and I think a lot of times too that as a talent or anybody in a company where you're working with other people, your job should be to help make these other guys feel better about their work so they perform better. As long as if they feel like they're the shits and nobody ever tells them anything different, they're always going to feel like they're the shits. I'm sorry.
Right.
And so you've got to give them, something that inspire them to keep getting better. And
Because what we did, back in the day, like they would call a meeting, and they would call certain guys, to have a meeting, and they would pick out a guy if he done something good. Hey, what you did last week out there, brother, that was great, absolutely great. And they would do that in front of everybody, so that way, the guy, felt it, so it wasn't, somebody just blowing smoke. But yeah, man, the business has certainly changed.
Let's see. Matt's asking, what are your thoughts on Rhea Ripley, Teddy? And would you have liked to see her work with? Would you like to have worked with her during your time as GM of SmackDown?
Oh yeah. Rhea Ripley was real nice. I had a chance to meet her. She was a nice lady too. Yeah, I would have loved working with her, but I would have liked to, if they were going to do something, I'd like to see her work with Nia Jax.
Yeah, there's so many possibilities in WWE now with the ladies. I just right now I just feel like they need to get on track of making something that's really interesting. Because honestly, as somebody who just kind of watches the wrestling product for WWE through YouTube and stuff, I can't really tell you of a hot female rivalry right now. Can you, Teddy?
No.
That's not good. I should at least know who the main players are. And I honestly I'm not hearing enough stories or rumors or anything else that's going around that make me want to watch a video about any of the women right now. And I didn't think about that until just now as I said that. Jesse saying TNA Dark Side, you really see how egotistical Hogan and Bischoff is. And yeah, there's a lot of opinions on that. Yeah.
That's what I spoke about earlier. The Vice Channel tells you the truth.
And let's see. We have Wolfpack Maine saying, yeah, Joel is funny. Also, that he talked to him offset. Eric Draven, Teddy, what's your memories of Rocky King? I saw the interview where he said Teddy checked on him during dark times, and that's awesome. He was pretty emotional in that interview.
Well, I always enjoyed working with Rocky. Rocky was, God rest his soul. He was back there when I was breaking in, and so I had a chance to work with him a little bit. But Rocky was a great guy. They just didn't push him. I don't know whether they had anything for him or not. I just don't understand why they didn't do something with him. But they could have did something with Rocky.
Now we have another guy in here we don't get to see too often. He is in here saying,
yeah, now I bet you got that right.
Yeah, I got that one right. Yes. Let's see. Dave Crone saying no. Nia Jax hurts people though. Chasm is saying we're about to have to close out of here too. Why does it seem like Vince McMahon gave more main title opportunities to black men than the current creative heads?
Well, that's not true. Like I said, he did do stuff for black talent, but he would only do that if he saw that there was money in you. If he saw there was money in you, then he would use you. I never met Ahmed Johnson. Never saw him a day in my life. But I would hear things when I rode with JBL and stuff, and they would tell me how Vince loved him. He had heat with a lot of the guys, they say. I don't know. But they said Vince loved him, and they was going to end up putting the title on him. And something he did, I don't know what he did. But anyway, next thing I heard is that they went to his hometown. Maybe that's Houston, I'm not sure. And they tarred and feathered him.
Damn.
Yeah. You don't remember that?
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Damn. All right. E is in here, Teddy, before we leave. And he's got a question. I was about to close this out. I'm like, no, I got to get this last one in here. I don't know what E is doing right now, but Teddy, here's the question. You ready?
Yeah.
Hey, Big Mac and Teddy, extra long. If y'all were dinosaurs, what dinosaur would you be? Do you think you would be a plant-eating dinosaur? Or eating those prehistoric weed plants that get you high, or something else?
I'd definitely go for the weed plant.
Yeah, well, I'd probably be the T-Rex. I'd eat the person who had the weed to get my weed and still get meat at the same time. So, all right, we're out of here. Teddy, anything coming up for you we need to talk about?
Nothing. I'm just taking it easy till around August 1st. I'm gonna be there in Monroe, North Carolina at the Union it's Union something. I can't remember what it is, but it's in Monroe, North Carolina. Big Wrestling Legends Fan Fest, Baby Doll, Rock and Roll Express. A whole lot of guys are gonna be there. And also I wanted to mention one of the guys that gave me the opportunity, and that's David Crockett when I worked for Jim Crockett in the NWA.
Yeah, man. And you'll be able to find me at the local A&P supermarket grand opening taking place right over here in Dexter. We'll have free rides on the Shetland pony all day long. Yes, sir. All right, I'm out of here. We'll see you again next week. Same time, same place, folks. We have a great time. Hope you'll join us again.
I'll play.